Back to the daily grind. The channel's getting false flagged by triggered trolls, so make sure you subscribe to the new channel. Let's get to the MMA news. Luke Rockhold's coming out and he's talking about Michael Bisping's title run, and he's not too happy. He's, you might say, complaining, whining, bitching, whatever you want to call it. He's doing it right here, right now. He wants Michael Bisping stripped of his title. Stripped of the belt that Michael Bisping won by knocking out this same guy. He wants Bisping stripped. You might ask, who is he to be wanting Michael Bisping stripped? Is he one of the top contenders? Is he in line for the belt? Is he sad that he's not getting a shot? No, that's why I can't rock with this shit. Rockhold, no pun intended. That's why I can't rock with this shit right here, man. Luke Rockhold, if you know who I want to hear saying this, if anybody's going to say it? Gegard Mousasi. You know who I want to hear say this, if anybody's going to say it? Since Gegard's in Bellator now? Robert Whittaker. You know who I don't want to hear say this? Luke Rockhold, Chris Weidman, Yoel Romero, or motherfucking Jacare. All of these dudes were in line for title shots, and they ended up, they were stagnant. They ended up taking other fights. Jacare fought Robert Whittaker because Luke Rockhold has been on a vacation since he got knocked out by Michael Bisping. He came out and spoke out not too long ago, and Dana White said, didn't earn anything. You got knocked out. I don't think he heard Dana White's message. I don't understand where this is coming from. Maybe it's because, Luke Rockhold, he's one of them dudes, he's got so many women around him, it don't make sense. He's dating pop stars and models, and maybe, he's hanging around all these women and they're starting to rub off. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, babe, you should be fighting for the title. Why does he get to fight GSP? Oh my God. Yeah. He's just listening to that. He's probably got about eight women around him at any given time feeding him grapes and shit. I'm just fucking around, but I'm just saying this dude's he gets so many girls. It's probably starting to rub off on him, man. Luke Rockhold, he was on the top. Pause. He was on the top of my most sexiest top 5 fighter men list. It was requested by females, you fucking trolls. Pause. He was up there. The female said, no, Luke's got to be number 1. And I'm just saying, hey, look at Luke Rockhold. Just look at him. No, don't look at him right there. Look at the other picture. Hey, not the meme. Anyways, I got different Luke Rockhold pictures rotating because this shit is funny. But you get the fucking point. What I'm saying is he's around so many women. Maybe that shit's starting to rub off. I don't want to hear this from Luke Rockhold, because Luke Rockhold, ever since getting knocked out by the guy he wants stripped of the belt, which contenders has he went on to beat to reclaim his spot for the shot? Why does he even care if Michael Bisping gets stripped? It's not like if Michael Bisping gets stripped today, Luke Rockhold fights for the title tomorrow. No, that's why it'd be fine for Robert Whittaker, because Robert Whittaker, if he was pissed off about the fight, you'd have to understand. But look what Robert Whittaker said. This is Robert Whittaker's words. I'm not worried about another fighter. If I was worried about another fighter, I would have never got here. He's saying that was literally the interim championship words. He went and took out Jacare, took out Yoel Romero, took out Derek Brunson. Meanwhile, Luke Rockhold's on vacation. Yoel Romero's waiting on Bisping. Chris Weidman's waiting on smaller Kelvin Gastelum, and because he lost 3 fights in a row. He finally got a win over Kelvin Gastelum. So Luke Rockhold, all these potential fights he could have had that would have lined him up more for a title shot. Let me explain. He could have fought Chris Weidman, coming off of his win over Kelvin Gastelum. Chris Weidman's back in the win column, so he could have fought Luke Rockhold right there for a huge fight. It wouldn't have been a title fight, but that would have been a great middleweight fight. Luke Rockhold versus Chris Weidman, the rematch, just not for the title. Nothing wrong with that. Put you back in line for the title. Luke Rockhold could have fought Yoel Romero. Nope, he didn't want to give Yoel Romero 3 extra weeks to wait. He didn't want to wait 3. He's been waiting. How long has Luke Rockhold been waiting since he lost to Michael Bisping? About a year. He's been waiting for a year for his fight. He took off a year, but you can't take off an extra 3 months to fight Yoel Romero, an actual contender in your division. Instead, you'd rather fight David Branch, coming over from like the World Series of Fighting, if I'm remembering correctly. I don't know as much about David Branch as I know about all of the rest of these guys. You know why? Because David Branch isn't a UFC weight contender. He's not a top guy in the UFC. That's why no one knows who David Branch is yet, until maybe he goes out there and left hook Larry shocks the world, does what I don't understand why you would take a fight with David Branch and not Yoel Romero, if you've got a chance of getting knocked out by anybody, if Bisping can fucking come and left hook Larry put you down, do you think David Branch can't? I don't know much about David Branch, but I know he looks like a bad motherfucker, and you know he's most likely gonna be able to do more than Michael Bisping as far as if he touches you, because David Branch, he's got a really, really impressive record. I mean, he hasn't been in the UFC as long as some of these other guys, but that's look at Justin Gaethje. He came from the same place, and he's damn near one of the instant UFC stars. I mean, and he's undefeated. So, but I mean, you get what I'm saying here. I'm gonna get off of this because I mean, I'm just gonna look forward to the comments on here. I'm sure you guys are gonna fucking have your way with this right here. Luke Rockhold wants Michael Bisping stripped of belt. It's just like, why you? You'd expect this from Robert Whittaker or somebody that's, you know, in another division like Tony Ferguson or just any other division where the champion is like not fighting at all. Because this is one thing I'll say, like, look at Cody Garbrandt, look at Conor McGregor. How many times have they defended their belt compared to Michael Bisping? And you can say, oh, Michael Bisping was against Dan Henry. Hey, he defended his belt. Guess what? Michael Bisping's also scheduled to defend his belt again versus George St. Pierre. Cody Garbrandt, he's not scheduled yet. Conor McGregor, scheduled for boxing. So, I'm fine with all of it. I'm just saying, don't come in here and tell me you want Michael Bisping stripped and you're not even the guy in line. You'd expect to hear TJ Dillashaw, I want Cody stripped. I want to fight for the interim title. You would expect to hear Tony Ferguson, I want Conor stripped. I want to fight for the title. You would expect to hear these guys, not the ranked 5th guy who's not even looking into the title shot. It's like, I don't know, this just rubs me the wrong way. Luke Rockhold, he's coming out and he's I mean, to me it looks like complaining. So that's why there's similarities here with Tyron Woodley. I mean, the difference is Tyron Woodley's even the champion. If Tyron Woodley's, you know, I don't know. I just want to see some of the same people clowning on Tyron Woodley, clowning on Luke Rockhold, because this shit right here is tomfoolery to me. This shit is clown shoes. It is what it is. Time for the fucking news. MMA Hour comes on soon. I'm going to be watching that shit live since I ain't got work today. And I'm going to be trying to update on that shit as the shit's going on. So it is what it is. While that goes on, I might put out 1 or 2 more videos if I can get them out. I know Barry Walters sent me a couple requests, but I've just been catching up on stuff before I get to those. I'll probably cover them while I'm just catching up. So if not, I'll get to those too, depending on when the MMA Hour starts. I've been talking too long, I feel like, on the Luke Rockhold video. So it is what it is. Hit subscribe on the new channel. Hit subscribe on this channel if you want. For some reason, this bitch is still up. Hey, I know Hope Boy's over there salty. He thought this shit was getting shut down overnight. Man, I'm fucking out. I've been talking too long. I appreciate my stepladder a lot more than other people. Maybe it's because I never knew my real ladder.